Coming up, I'm going to be going through some of the news from D23, including an update on The Simpsons, Tiana, and also on some Marvel animation shows. But before we go any further, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. Hi, it's Roger here from What's On at DisneyPlus.com. It's time for a quick Disney Plus news roundup. So there was a lot of news that came out over the D23 weekend that wasn't included in the major showcase. So I did a massive video on Saturday where I went through all of the details from the big showcase panel, but there were some more panels that took place over the weekend, and I kind of want to dive into some of the news from that. So let's start off with talking about The Simpsons. It has been confirmed that the latest season, 35, will be arriving on Disney Plus in the United States on the 2nd of October. So this is kind of normal with how it works, because it has to go to Fox first in the US, and then it gets broadcast there. Next day episodes are on Hulu. So we're kind of in that weird bit where technically the last season is on there if you kind of have the Hulu subscription, but it's technically, it's just a technical issue. So this is no big surprise to see them doing this. It's usually about a year later. But also there was some interesting news that got revealed as well during a panel about the show and some of the other things. It was revealed that we're going to be getting some specials, including 4 episodes for Christmas, along with a Halloween short. So these 4 specials, they're going to be full-length episodes, and they're going to be dropping onto Disney Plus around Christmas time. This is a real kind of step I think we're seeing, and we're seeing it with Family Guy as well. There's going to be a holiday special for Christmas and for Halloween. And I think Disney kind of following what Paramount got away with South Park, where they might have had a long-standing deal with a linear cable company, but if they created brand new ones, that they could kind of circumnavigate that and put them straight onto their streaming service. So Disney's looking now at ways of getting around this, and yeah, new specials, holiday specials, etc. seem to be a way for them to do so. But yeah, so we're going to be getting some brand new holiday specials coming soon to Disney Plus. This includes a special Christmas themed double episode premiering on Disney Plus on December the 17th, which is timed to the 35th anniversary of the original Christmas special. The 4 episode titles include The Fast and the Furious, Yellow Planet, and O Come All Ye Faithful. So there will be more information coming out about this soon. There was also going to be a holiday Halloween short from The Simpsons coming in October. Great to see Disney doing this. I think this is a really smart move, but let us know your thoughts on the idea of getting some exclusive Simpsons content on Disney Plus. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments below. Shifting gears now, let's now talk about Tiana. So this is a brand new series which is in development, which is a follow-on from The Princess and the Frog. So this show was originally announced back at the Investor Day in 2020. We've really not heard too much more about the series since then. However, we now had a little bit of an update, because on Sunday morning there was a panel all about Princess Tiana, and this kind of linked into the 15th anniversary of the film. They also had the recent opening of the Bayou Adventure at Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World. They've also in November going to be opening it up in Disneyland, and obviously this is been a big bit of news, really, of updating the old Splash Mountain attraction. So yeah, so that was all part of it, and as part of that, they had the lead creator of the series. She didn't really give a lot of information away. She still said that kind of it's still in development. No real detail on when it might come out. It could be 2025. It might even be a little bit longer. The fact that we didn't get to see anything, they didn't show off any trailers or anything like that, or any footage, generally seem to be just more focused on the character, and all of that goes with it. This brand new series will see the entrepreneur, who is now a princess of the kingdom, go on an all-new adventure beyond her hometown, New Orleans, and she is the first princess to have her very own series. It was also revealed during the panel that her story is far from finished, and she's going to discover that the world is much bigger and more magical than she knows. It's also been revealed that if you do look on the Bayou Adventure attraction, you are going to be able to find some little Easter eggs to the upcoming series, so they're kind of playing into the long game of this one. So I think this is pretty interesting. Again, I really enjoyed this character. It was kind of funny. Did a cruise earlier this summer, and there was a Princess and the Frog themed restaurant, and they came out and they were doing all the music. I loved it. It was so good. Definitely kind of got me in the vibe again for Princess and the Frog. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with this Tiana series. But unfortunately, I think it's going to be a little bit longer until we have to wait till we see what happens. But let me know what you think of this in the comments below. Shifting gears now, let's now talk about some Marvel animation, because there was a big panel on Saturday where they talked about some of the upcoming series. So, not a huge amount of information again came out of this panel, because they covered like 5 different shows, a few little nuggets, but no new trailers, nothing really that's come out from it for us to watch from at home. But let's go into some of the big details. First off, Marvel's What If is going to be coming to an end at the end of this upcoming 3rd season. That's going to be the end of it. no word yet on when this season is going to be arriving. They've obviously shown off some different footage before last Christmas. We saw a video with Red Guardian and the Winter Soldier in a car. We've also seen like there's some aspects with like robots that they're having to fight against. There's going to be lots of different characters in here, including we're going to be getting Moon Knight, White Vision, and kind of continuing on the story there. So I'm not entirely surprised that the show is coming to an end. While the ratings and stuff obviously have been good, this show must be much more expensive to make because they keep getting all the Hollywood stars to be in it, boost up the price. So it's not maybe the best thing for animation. Also, with them looking to kind of wrap up the multiverse saga with Secret Wars, these kind of shows are all kind of going to have to get out and be done by then in order for them to wrap them up. So I think that's what it is. It's a shame because I love the What If. I love the comic book. I think it's a show that they could keep doing specials for. Hopefully they come back and relook at it. But yeah, so it is going to be coming to an end. But they did also reveal that Marvel Zombies is still in development. This is a What If spin-off series, 4 episodes. It's going to be mature rated. It's going to be full of violence. It's got Shang-Chi in there, and they showed off a little bit of footage where he kind of had his arm bit into, and his dad had to basically give him the 10 rings, and then he got eaten. And then they flashed forward, and it was all in like a Mad Max era and stuff. You also got in there Miss Marvel's in there. I'm really looking forward to watching the Marvel's Zombie show because for me, the Zombies episode was one of the best from the first season of What If. So I'm really glad they're doing it. But this might also be, I wouldn't necessarily say like a What If kind of fill-in. So maybe if we get that and then maybe we get What If season 3 or the other way around, we've still got at least essentially 2 seasons of this kind of What If zone to kind of go into. So that's pretty cool. Also, they revealed that Eyes of Wakanda, which is the new Black Panther series as well, is currently in development. 4 episodes of that one. They also confirmed that Iron Fist is going to be appearing in that show, and it's going to be kind of going through the history of Black Panther in the past and kind of bringing in different characters. Again, not much more on that one. A new Spider-Man series as well, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. This is kind of, again, it's set kind of before the events of Civil War, where we see that he's, you know, already Spider-Man. But it's going to be taking place in a alternative multiverse because we end up seeing here he befriends Norman Osborn and he kind of goes on to help him. But obviously we know that's not going to turn out too well. A bit more of a nod to the classic comic book style. You've also got Charlie Cox coming back as Daredevil. And Benedict Cumberbatch is going to be in there with Doctor Strange. I do think this is the problem with the animation side of things of like, it's either canon or it's not, and all this multiverse stuff is really confusing, and yeah, I don't know, it's a bit odd with this show. I'm not entirely convinced it's going to be, I don't know, I've just not got, my spider senses are tingling over this new show, so I'm just going to have to wait and see what we get from that one. But yeah, there was also a little bit of talk about X-Men 97 Season 2 with some new characters and stuff and new bits. Again, not a lot of information came out. The official press release really didn't give a lot of detail away. And yeah, it's just very strange. Again, if you've only got like an hour, 50 minutes, and you're going to be talking about 5 different shows, and then you're going to show off clips, and you're going to do the introduction and some fluffy questions, it's not really going to give you a lot of time. But I was hoping for a little bit more kind of information and like something to come out of there, at least a trailer or a poster or some artwork being released. But no, it was, yeah, it just wasn't really there. They do seem to be putting out some of the panels and stuff out on YouTube a little bit later. None of it was streamed, so that might be a way we can find it a little bit more, but definitely seems a little bit light on the news. But let me know which of these animated series are you looking forward to watching. Love to hear your thoughts on that in the comments below. In our question today, which comes from Mr. Andrew, who say, hi, what's on Disney Plus? Did you hear about Foxtel in Australia being up for sale? It's wild. So I wanted to jump into this one because it does have an interconnection with Disney Plus as well. So Fox, which is the bit that Disney didn't buy, still owns Foxtel, which is their linear and internet company kind of thing that they have down in Australia. And that apparently Fox is looking to maybe sell it. Unfortunately, it's only got like a couple million subscribers because obviously the amount of people that are in Australia is much lower than in the US. They're looking to get out of this. Now, this could have an impact, I think, on Disney Plus in one way, because if they're going to be launching their new ESPN hub everywhere, in Australia, they recently made a deal back in 2023, a multi-year deal. So obviously if they sell it, that might take it off, or they might be able to do it alongside it. Recently they did add a load of ESPN documentaries onto Disney Plus in Australia, so that might be a way of them getting around it. But I definitely feel ESPN is going to become a much bigger part of Disney Plus globally, and obviously they got different deals and stuff. So what's going on there could have an impact on Disney Plus. But also I think we're just seeing now, you know, the big companies are looking at their linear networks and stuff. They're all just losing subscribers constantly. And having a box that has Netflix and Disney Plus and stuff through it, and it's like, well, I can do that. Well, the TV does that, or my PlayStation does it, or a Fire Stick. I don't need the actual cable company or anything like that to do that. And I think we're just seeing people moving away, and they can see people are just dropping like flies with cord cutting. And this is not just impacting on the US, happening all over the place. And I think we're really seeing now them sort of, you know, some of the companies are trying to cling on, and some of them are trying to come up with ideas to keep going. But I think we are going to see, you know, just a general decline in this. And this is why Disney Plus is going to continue to grow, because it's going to fill that void where you're going to have a few different streaming services, and you're probably going to be like, you know, if you have 2 or 3, I think, you know, we're definitely into Amazon, Netflix, and Disney Plus are going to be the big 3 big players that we're going to have globally. And yeah, I think that's where they're going. But yeah, it didn't really surprise me, because ultimately, again, how many customers have they got? How much is it still profitable? Is it worth them investing in this? It's all going and all changing. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on all this as well. Let me know what you thought of D23. If you've got any questions regarding that one, I'll do that on there. I did end up doing like 2 Q&As over the weekend. I did a live show on Saturday night. I also did a live show on Sunday night. So I did do about, like, I think about 3 hours of live broadcasting over the weekend. So loads of stuff there where I went into all of the details and stuff that came out of it. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Consider becoming a YouTube channel member to help support the channel. It really does make a big difference. And on that note, guys, thank you very much. See you guys soon. Laters.